because my opponent dropped, but I just like to use it as a backdrop for discussing certain things that can make the game less enjoyable for the players in multiplayer. Now, just keep in mind, when you drop from the battle, you have essentially made your opponent waste quite a lot of time. You've spent some time looking for an opponent in the matchmaker. You have spent some time making a build to bring against an opponent. You have spent some time deploying on the battlefield. And in this case, I'm also going to spend some time actually moving and maneuvering my troops towards the enemy while he stands completely still. So, instead of... Now, things happen. Like, let's say you get a phone call or something happens that you need to deal with. Well, concede defeat. Don't drop from the game. Dropping from the game is an absolute dick move that you should have a fantastically good reason to do when you can just concede defeat. If you go into a game that you are unable to finish for some reason, you need to accept that you are going to give your opponent the win just because of the time that he has spent getting ready for the battle and so on. And essentially by going into a battle and dropping, if it happens because you see that your army isn't able to deal with your opponent's army, then you are being an absolute cunt. At that moment my opponent dropped. I'm not sure entirely why, but since he left the battle, I suspect that he figured that his army wasn't able to really face mine in an effective way, and it probably wouldn't have been able to. So it's really annoying when things like that happens. It reduces the enjoyment from playing the game because it makes you essentially waste potentially quite a lot of time playing people who have no intention of finishing the game if they are about to lose. So please don't do this. Concede defeat if things are going poorly for you, that's fine. It has nothing to do with the placings on the leaderboards and stuff like that, because the leaderboards are fucked anyway, but conceding defeat at least acknowledges to your opponent that, alright, I was in a disadvantageous situation, you had me there, I don't have any desire to finish playing this game. But by just dropping, leaving the game intentionally, you're being an absolute cunt and a dickbag and a dropbag, and please just don't do it. I'll see you on the battlefield.